Well, hello. Welcome to my humble abode. As you can see, my house is a playpen. You can see Ace's shoes down the bottom of the stairs. He has toys everywhere, basketball game, planes, cars, and motorcycles. Yeah, we just got too much stuff. Bicycles, just stuff. You know what I mean? But the one thing that we do have that a lot of people talk about is our photo wall. All family photos and full family and friends that we have put on the walls. And basically, I'm gonna walk you through it so you can get an idea of what's on our wall. If you've ever seen it in the background of a scene or something. So where should we start? I think we should start down this end. Now mind you, most of these pictures have been here since we moved in. So we haven't really changed anything up, and it was like randomly selected. It's not like a real design or pick to it. Actually, our interior designer at the time, her name is Eddie Jackson Charles, is the name of her company, but she was the one who helped us put the pictures up and decided on the frames and stuff. But I had pulled all kind of magazine photos of artwork that had been on the wall, where it's like lots of artwork, and I told her, I was like, I want to have a photo wall like this. So that's where the idea came from. In our house, we have like a lot of champagne color, like the doors and the trim is like champagne color, which my friend Toby, the faux pro, she's the one who came up with that. So it wouldn't just be a typical color on the trim of the wall. It's more like a if you really look closely, it's like, it has like a metallic finish to it, so it's champagne, as she says. But all the frames are gold, black, or bronze and silvers, you know, metallics, basically. Okay, so the pictures were randomly selected. Like here, this is my Uncle Ralph. He was like one of my funniest uncles. He was hilarious. He's no longer living. This is Riley when she was a little kid. Check it out, her fly. That's Riley when she went to Robinson Nest Academy. This is Todd and his mother when he was a little boy, and his mom. And that's her with some of her friends from back in the day. I don't even know who they are. And up there is my dad with my grandparents. Most of the pictures on our walls are black and white photos. They weren't originally black and white. They were colored photos that we basically had them reprinted as black and white. This is my mother and my stepfather, Leroy. That is Todd and his mom again. And I believe this is Todd's grandmother who passed before he was born. This is me and Riley when she was a little kid in school. There is Todd and Kayla when Kayla was little. Todd when he was a little boy. And this is Todd's father, his grandfather, his brother. That's Todd, actually. I don't know who this is or who that is. Basically, the men in his family. This is my cousin Jack. He's no longer alive. And my Dorothy Bell, she's no longer living. And that's my mom. My mom, for FY, is the youngest of 14 kids. So this was her oldest sister. This is an old picture of me and my friends when we went to Vegas. So that's me, that's Tootie, that's Katrina, that is Toby, and that is Christina. This is Todd's father when he was young and one of his homeboys. Todd and his dad look a lot alike to me. Now this is Ace and Riley up there. Now mind you, we don't have a lot of pictures of Ace on the wall, which is crazy. And that's because Ace was born obviously well after we moved into this house. So we did try to take a couple of them down and put some of his up, but we really need to revamp this wall because there are no pictures of Blaze on the wall, okay? So we really need to revamp. But here is my grandma Minerva, and that is, well, no, my great-grandma. She's my great-grandmother. My dad's grandmother. And my great-grandfather, Bishop King Hezekiah Burris. He was a really big deal when he was alive. So this is me in Chile. Honestly, I try to keep my work photos off of the wall. So I don't know how this one slipped past. I mean, Chile has always been a cool person, and don't get me wrong, but you know, we work together. So typically pictures like this, I would tend to take up to the studio, because if it was anybody that I worked with, and I believe we were actually in a recording studio when we took this picture, normally those pictures are at the studio, but she's on my wall. Okay. This is me and Riley when Riley was a baby. That's Riley as a baby. And this is actually me and my little sister, Crystal. We have the same dad. A lot of people don't even know I have a sister. Some people do, some people don't. But yeah, we have the same father. So she lives in Atlanta now, but she grew up in Chicago. And most people call her Rebecca because Crystal is her middle name, but I've always called her Crystal because I just think Candy and Crystal go together. That's a good combo. But you know, like her family here calls her Crystal. Her friends in Chicago call her Rebecca. So I guess, and when she grew up in school, everybody called her Rebecca. This is Todd and his mom. That's Todd's brother. That's his nephew. And that's Todd back in the day. This is Todd and his mom again. Oh, another work photo. Here's me and Kelly Price. This was the night that I won Songwriter of the Year. Don't ask me what I had on. Okay. But it was a happy moment, so I guess it still made it to this walk. This is me, Tiny, and Tip when we had Riley's first birthday party, and Tiny and Tip was there. Now Tip, this was back in the day. I don't even know if his album was out yet. His first album, like I'm Serious was his first album. I think he dropped the same year that Riley was born, or it might have been, yeah, I think it was the same year Riley was born. So he probably had just dropped his single, but this was when the early age TIP, okay? And this is Riley when she was first born. Actually, somebody made that outfit and sent it to me, and I put it on her for her first photo at the hospital. This right here is me and Riley. That was her favorite bear. And when I tell you I had to replace that bear multiple times, because she would cry and scream without it if she didn't have it to go to sleep. So it was a couple times I went back to Build-A-Bear and I would tell them, don't fill it up too much, let it be, because it had to seem like it had been slept on, so she would know that it wasn't her same bear. Like if it got lost or she left it somewhere and I couldn't get it back, I would always keep going back up there and having them remake the same bear over and over again, hoping that she would know the difference. Until finally, I believe she got to be about 6 years old. At the time, Erica, Derek J's sister, was like my babysitter. I think we had to come back through Atlanta, fly back to Atlanta. We was in New York, and they left the bear in the airport. And Riley was so sad, but I said, I'm not going back and getting another bear. That is it. That was the end of me trying to fake it till I make it with this bear. So that was the end of her bear, but she loved that bear. And I used to rock her to sleep in this rocking chair in her room. I look wore out in that picture though. That is my brother, Patrick. My brother passed when I was younger. He was only like 22 and I was 15 when he died. That is Riley up there, of course. This is Riley and my mom. This is me and Riley. We were doing you on your computer and you be doing your little pictures on the computer. All right, there go the old lady gang right there. Bertha, Nora, and my mama. They were just hanging out. That's Riley. That is the family picture. One of, I think, not many that I have with my mother, my father, my brother, and I. My brother and I had different dads, but it didn't make no difference to me. So that was our family photo. These are my grandparents, my grandma Ruby and my grandfather, Grandpa Titus, but I just call them grandma and grandpa, but they were my father's parents. At one point, this is before Housewives. This is my early 20s. I cut all my hair off, and then my mother cut all her hair off. And we both used to wear those really low twists. And, this is my dad. Hello. Yeah, I had cut all my hair off. And basically, I was bald-headed for a while. I wasn't bald-headed, but it was like this much hair. And I actually liked it. Somebody told me I looked like the Essence woman. Like I should have been on the Essence magazine. Isn't that funny? Because I ended up being on Essence magazine cover one day. But you know, when you see a natural, earthy, because I was giving you earthy vibes back then when I cut all my hair off. You know, you just doing the natural look, you go low haircut, you know. None of y'all have ever seen that though. That didn't make the light of day by the time I made it to Housewives of Atlanta. That's my mom and one of her brothers. Oh wait, that's not my mama, that's me. Yeah. And my uncle, Uncle Booley, and Aunt Hazel, and my cousin Maxine. That's me and my old manager, Marvin McIntyre. And obviously that's Todd, his sister, and his mom. Oh, this picture is funny. This is when I caught Riley climbing out of her crib. Once again, you see the bear. She was learning how to escape her crib at that time, and she crawled up out of there. Mm-hmm. And I caught her in the act, because I was like, how is this little girl? I mean, she was not even, she was 1, maybe. And I was trying to figure out, how is she getting out of this crib? And I just so happened to walk in as she had her leg over the top of the crib. I was like, she figured out how to climb down. Oh, you know what? This is the trip I think Riley had lost her bear for good. This was a New York trip. Oh, and this is Riley when I had her on the potty. I put all my kids on the potty super early. So she was only like 8 months, 9 months. I don't know, she was young. When I started sitting her on the potty, the little baby seat, I was sitting on top of the regular toilet, and I'll just sit her up there, and I'll hold her up there until she either peed or pooped, and then take her down. And so that's why my kids got potty trained early. This is, I mean, this picture I posted before, but this is me, Aaliyah, and Foxy Brown back in the day. I really appreciated Aaliyah as an artist and, you know, what she did for the culture back in the day. And I don't know, I always liked this picture of us, so we put that one up. That was Todd and I when we had successfully produced A Mother's Love, our first stage play. And it was a very good night that night. Honestly, I don't know why we haven't done any more stage plays, because it really went well. Now, what messed it up or put a bad taste in our mouth was when we decided we were thinking about touring it, and so we was gonna let this promoter help us, and we just got the wrong promoter. I don't think he was a bad person, I just think he had never really experienced touring a play before. We should have had somebody that was more experienced in that world to help us. But after that, it kind of was discouraging, and I just didn't do any more plays. I don't know why, because when we did it ourselves and just promoted it right here in Atlanta, it did great. Look, that's Zanique when she was little holding Riley. And these are my cousins. This is my Aunt Nora, Jessica, Jasmine, and Maxine. Sometimes people, you know, like friends or family come by and they get upset if they don't see themselves on the picture wall. Not realizing that I just gave a whole bunch of pictures to the decorator, and she picked the pictures that went on the wall. I didn't really even pick them, so it's like I didn't go through and say, oh, did this person make the wall? Did that person make the wall? So if you didn't make the wall, it wasn't really like a personal thing. It's just she didn't really know. She don't really know everybody's. Right now we've been here for like 7 years. We moved here when Riley was going to the 5th grade, and she's currently a senior. Well, I mean, in 2020, we can try to revamp it, but when do we have time?
Well, you know what I'm saying? You can start looking through your phone through the past couple years.
Oh, to update.
And make a folder, and then you just send them to somebody to print out.
That is true. That is true. We have the creative Jamie behind the camera, and see, this is the type of stuff she like to do. She like to do arts and crafts and creative shit. It's so funny. I like, you know, one of the pictures I like the most is this old school picture of Todd's father. A lot of people think that it's Todd, but it's his dad. His dad had really long hair, like silky curly hair or whatever. And so, Riley over there hiding. Yeah, I just like what he's doing. Riley, what's wrong with you? That's my father. That is my dad when he was a baby. There he is. There's another picture of him. So we were saying we were gonna do these walls too, so when you first walk in the door, you're gonna have pictures all over this wall. We have not done it yet, so we still figuring it out. But these are cute frames. I like these frames. So that's me as a little kid, putting on one of my mama's wigs and naked. This is me and my dad. He's taking a bath. Now, I never posted this picture because I always, for one, I look crazy. But at the same time, I always feel like people always try to make it something bad when men take baths with their little girls. But obviously, it was very innocent. And I used, you know, I don't see anything wrong with it, but I didn't even feel like hearing people's mouths. So it was a good moment between me and my dad when I was a kid. So that is me with my big red glasses. Candy with the big red glasses when I was a little kid.
The Sally Jessies.
Yeah, the Sally Jessies. Oh, this is my Aunt Nora with my grandmother. That's my mom's mom. She didn't smile a lot in pictures. And she had a drink in her hand. This is, you can't really see, but this is me and my cousin April, the one that I said, her mom named me Candy because April's birthday is 6 months before mine. And I guess Candy is the name they didn't use for her. That was a leftover name, and so that's how I ended up being named Candy. That was my mom and her BMW. She thought she was hot. She had a little BMW. And that's my brother in between us. And my mom could swim, so that was her at the pool. And that was me, my brother, and my mom going to church. And this is funny. My mom, she was in Vegas, and back in the day, she used to love wearing crop tops and hair fitted pants. She thought she was so fine. She was cute. And me and Santa. This right here is from our wedding. This is Todd's best friend, Chad, and obviously his mama. Well, not Chad's mama, I mean Todd's mama. And this is when I was pregnant with Ace. There's a little photo, and then that's our little family photo. I don't know why we had our family photo downstairs, but I guess because we was too lazy to move all the pictures around upstairs, the newer photos just ended up down here. And this is our wedding picture. Some people love my dress, some people talk shit about it because I had the ostrich feathers, but that's that on that. Me, Todd, and his mom. I love that picture. And I love this picture too, although I kind of look cross-eyed in it. I don't know, sometimes I'll be looking cockeyed depending on which angle you catch me from. But yeah, our older girls, and Todd and little Ace was inside. Well, that was like that on that. I mean, it was a long video to explain all these pictures. So I hope you found some fun facts that you may didn't know before about the pictures, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So, catch you later.